talking with Harvey Prouty today on the show, and so you'd been over there in the Korean War, and then you came back, and then so is that when you ended up in Portland? Then, well, you bummed around for a few years.
Yeah,
and then
I
ended
bummed
up in
around
Portland?
a couple of years. Tried my life going back to Ohio. That didn't work. Too cold, and people are too crazy back there. Come back, and I don't know. I did jobs around Nampa, but every job I started on, one job I worked for the railroad, and I had to work nights. Another job I had working at a place where they make French fries, and I had to work nights. And you know, each one of those jobs, you know, when you start out somewhere new, you always have to work nights. God didn't put a human being on earth to work nights.
No, we're supposed to be sleeping.
That's right. And these firemen and policemen, these people that have to work nights, man, I have a lot of respect for them.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because your whole system goes topsy-turvy.
Right.
You know, and I don't care what anybody says.
And nobody respects the fact that you got to get your sleep during the day, so you can go to work at night. Everybody's coming over and knocking on your door and all that.
Wanting to visit and have a beer and all that. That's crazy. But so that's basically, I just decided, and I had a buddy in Portland that I was in the Navy with. So I went enrolled in school down there and stayed with him, and then went to school.
So what was barber school like back then?
Well, just down is Moeller Barber College, down on about pretty close to Burnside. Mm-hmm. So where you started out, you started in the back. You had what they called a free room.
Free room. Okay.
So that's where the people. Now you're talking about the old bums. They come back, get everything free.
So basically, you practice on them?
Yeah, you're just starting. Then you spend a week or 10 days getting accustomed to handling your tool. That was fun.
How long did that last? How long did you have to go through that before you could graduate?
9 months.
10 months? Really?
I got $160 a month.
Wow.
I was an hog heaven.
Yeah.
They paid for my school, plus I got $160 a month.
Okay.
It was all right, you know. It's and then you work for a week or so back there in that free room, and then you move outside, and there was a row of chairs down each side of the building, probably maybe 15, 20 chairs, and then you start in the back, and as you go through the system, they would move you up. So the guy in the back, first 2 or 3 chairs in the back on each side of the building, the people were paying 75 cents a haircut. And then I think by the time you got to the end, to the top, up to the first 2 or 3 chairs up front on either side, I don't know, you're getting $1 a haircut. But you didn't keep that. You didn't get that $1. The school got that $1.
What was a normal tip back then?
Dime, maybe.
Dime.
If you got a quarter, you was an hog heaven.
Did you ever cut women's hair?
Nope.
You didn't do any of that?
Nope.
So none of the beauty school, you didn't have to go through any of that?
Didn't train for it, didn't want to, never will.
Yeah.
I've had a couple girlfriends and had a couple wives, and I've never cut their hair, and I'm not going to start now.
Would they have let you?
I wouldn't do it. Plain and simple, I just wouldn't do it.
You weren't going to touch it, and they might not have wanted you to.
I had a gal come in the barbershop here about 10, 12 years ago. And if I mentioned her name, you'd go, wow. Because she's quite up in the county.
Uh-huh.
She brought her boy in. Her husband and her boy used to come in. So she come in one day and had this little girl. So she come in, and the little boy had just gotten a haircut, just a regular little boy's haircut. And I said, can I help you? Yeah, I want to get my girl a haircut. And I said, no, I don't do women's hair. I don't do female's hair or something like that. I was busy, you know. She said, well, I just want her a nice short haircut, almost like her brother. I said, no, you don't get it. I don't do it. Then she got furious at me. Went walking out the door and went down the street. Pretty soon the phone rang. I answered it. This is so-and-so. I said, yeah. You wouldn't cut my little girl's hair a while ago. Yeah. And you broke her heart. And I says, well, that's too bad. Buy her an ice cream or something. I'm sorry, but I don't do it. And you don't really care, do you, if you broke her heart? I said, no, it don't matter to me one way or another. And she hung up on me.
Oh, she probably didn't bring her little boy back then.
But
huh?
let me tell you something. No, never did. Well, my husband, my little boy never come back, and that's okay with me.
Yeah.
You know, and John, the thing is, I found out, I thought I knew her. Found out, I put the two together, found out a few weeks later that she's a lawyer. Big time lawyer. And I mentioned that to, the conversation come up once in the shop. And one guy sitting there says, oh, you know who that is? And I says, no, I think she's some kind of new lawyer now. Yeah, that's so and so and so. And the guy she's married to is my cousin. And you're probably going to get sued.
Oh, no.
For, discrimination.
Right.
Never happened, but...
Yeah. And it wasn't discrimination. You just didn't cut girls' hair.
I was honest.
Never had. It was
didn't train with it. I don't want to do it.
Right.
And I'm not going to do it.
Well, going to take another quick break here, unfortunately, because I'm enjoying this far too much. So when we come back, we'll continue the conversation with Harvey Prouty. You guys, you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.